welcome into the podcast studio. I'm Hudson, that's my dad Todd, and this video is all about Todd's tips. If you've been watching our videos for a while, we have done loads of these, and we're going to keep doing more and more loads of these, like we're just doing laundry at a laundromat, load after load.
What an illustration.
I know it. Just came up with it right now. Anyway, Dad's been in the industry for 14 years. He's made six figures for 8 of those 14 years, and 7 in a row have been
multiple six figures. Yeah. Glad you remember that. I can't remember.
Anyway, that's not to brag, as we always say. It's just to encourage you and to also give, once again, some credence to Dad's name, who he is. And if you're new to this, that you're like, well, who are these two guys talking about voiceover? How do I know that they know what they're talking about? Well,
you're 3 years in.
I am.
I'm 14 years in. Mm-hmm. Combined 17 years.
Wow.
Amazing.
Lots of money made on one end of the spectrum. And anyway.
And you know, sometimes I think about these Todd's tips, and right now we're talking a kind of a sub-heading is Todd's do's and don'ts. Mm-hmm. And we only do one of these a week, but honestly, I've got like 40 sitting there in the can,
on deck,
ready to go. I just watch and I listen and I observe what's going on in the business and in the industry, and
you throw it up against your business, don't you?
I just can't help myself. I just get to writing, and I get to thinking, what does this industry need, and can I make a difference here in just these tiny little podcasts that we do, these tiny little tips. So that's what we're trying to do, is just spend a little time with you, give you something to think about. Our audio visual producer, Demond, always provides these caveats for you so that, along with the fact that I've been in it 14 years, made multiple six figures for 7 years in a row, and don't charge for any coaching that I do. Mm-hmm. Never charged a cent for coaching. That said, like Hudson said, those things are supposed to make you go, oh, maybe this guy maybe he knows what he's talking about. These caveats are to slow you down so you don't just say, well, I've got to do everything Todd does, because I don't want you to do everything I do. There are principles that I think you need to do. Every person needs to do. Every voiceover business person needs to do. But those caveats will help you to be able to say, okay, he's different than I am. His situation is probably different. His experience is different. His lifestyle is different. All these types of things that you just need to take into account.
Okay.
So,
nice.
Enough said.
It's good to lay those out for people sometimes. We might have new people watching. So
here is a don't. I don't run my voiceover business according to a lot of rules. I don't run my voiceover business according to a lot of rules. Hudson and I were just talking with a voiceover talent, and I'm not saying at all that he's trying to run his by rules, but I just got on my soapbox a little bit and was talking to him, kind of preaching a little bit about how I hear so many people. I watch, read, I listen to lots of VO coaches, conference leaders, industry experts, so-called successful voice actors. And what I hear is a lot of rules. You got to do this. You can't do that. You better do this. You must do this. You could never do this. All of those rules. Rules. Well, I don't run my business according to rules, especially industry established rules. Because, for one thing, I was over $200,000 before I knew there were such rules. I was just busy marketing, doing my work, and then all of a sudden, I got enough. Let me finish this. I got enough people, hired enough people, so I had some time to look around and think and watch. And what I'm finding out is there's a lot of rules that I didn't even know about. I didn't know these things, but I had built an over $200,000 and now $300,000 business without all these rules.
So you were just saying that it wasn't $200,000 in total. It was that year, for 1 year, you had made $200,000.
Yeah.
That's up to that point. Right. I just want to make sure, because some people might think, oh, well, he made, he's been in the thing for whatever. Did it take him 7-8 years to just make,
No.
$200,000
Right.
in voiceover total. No, this was
It took me 5 years. It took me 5 years, which is something we should talk about. But it took me 5 years to get six figures, $137,000 in 2016. The next 3 years, I eclipsed 200,000, and then the last three, I've been over 300,000. Last year being 331. And so, thank you for clarifying, because that's important. Because some people say I have a six-figure business, but that's over a 3-year period, or over 18-month period, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Yeah,
Just,
right.
I'm just that's not
that's true.
bragging or
Good
anything,
point.
but I'm not trying to. It's not as impressive, I guess I should say it.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but according to NAVA, National Association of Voice Actors, that is pretty impressive. Sure. If you've made over $40,000 a year, you're in the top 25%. Sure. Anyway, that's for another time. Back to, I don't run my VO business according to a lot of rules. I'm in business to make money. Now, I don't cheat anybody. I'm honest. I try to do work. I do work well, be professional. I don't skimp. A lot of times I don't work for certain clients because of all sorts of reasons. So I'm a little bit picky, but not tremendously. I don't run my voiceover business by rules. I have one rule, and that's I'm in business, and so I need to turn a profit. I'm not playing by anybody's rules. These rules, I found, only undercut and subvert my chance to make money, to turn a profit. There's so many rules out there. Maybe you've heard these. And this, you need to be aware of these, that these are people that are out there saying, these are the rules. These are the rules. Got to play by the rules. I say, you don't have to. Here are some. You have to train with a reputable coach for at least a year to be a voiceover pro. I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm just saying that isn't a rule. Mm-hmm. You can't work on Fiverr or Upwork and be a pro. Say what you want. That's a rule. I don't live by that rule. You have to charge industry standard rates, whatever that is. It's still subjective. No discounting prices. Got to keep the standard up there. That's a rule. You have to use a CRM in marketing. Have to have a CRM. You can't do it on a spreadsheet or Excel, spreadsheet or Word document or just by hand. Can't do that. Got to have a CRM. You must have a contract with every client. You have to have a contract with every client. You must brand your voiceover business. You have to brand it. You have to make sure you have a brand. Again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Knock yourself out if you want to have a brand. I don't live by that rule. You must think about the industry as a whole and the VO as a community, voiceover people as a community. In other words, you're part of this larger group, so what you do affects others. I understand that, but how they interpret that, how they apply that is a rule that I don't want to live by. You must find your niche or niche or money voice to be successful. You have to make sure you find that so that you can be successful. I've never worried about my niche voice. Now, there are some voices that I know people will hire me for more often. So yeah, I'm going to promote that more and stuff. But I never went out there, and I still don't go out there.
And you're not going to limit yourself just to one or two voices.
Exactly. Yep.
If the client likes your voice, why would you shy away from it?
Yeah, I'll be a pirate. That's not I've been a pirate twice in my years. And when I first got that, somebody says, can you do a pirate? And I don't think I can do it. I'm not that great of an actor. I did a pirate and got paid. So
convince them.
Yeah. So many rules. So many rules. So hear me well. I'm not telling you that following the principles that some of these rules are based on or applying some of these rules to your specific situation is bad or wrong-headed. Why would I do that? I'd be a hypocrite because I'd be saying you've got to follow my rules now. In other words, you can't do this. That's my rule, so you can't do it. I'm not saying that. You can do all of those things if it will cause you to be successful, which means if you're in business, you make a profit. You make money. If you don't want to be in business to make money, then don't say you're in business. Mm-hmm. Have it be a hobby. Have it be an outlet. Just say this is money that I just want to plan for my kids' vacation or education or our vacation or whatever. It's put aside money. I don't need to feed my family or pay the bills or anything like that. That's fine. Great. Good. So Just don't make these things that I listed or anything else a rule. Just think, evaluate, and apply. That's what I'm doing all the time still to this day. I'm watching, I'm learning, I'm saying, what can I apply? What's wisdom here? What knowledge can I put? And I learn a lot from watching coaches. I learn a lot from watching lots of people. I learn a lot from watching Hudson and vice versa. And so it's not just a one-sided thing for he and I or for anybody else. I don't have all of the knowledge or wisdom in the world, obviously. So I'm watching. But the point is what I'm doing is I'm taking a step back, I'm thinking, I'm evaluating, and then I apply it to my situation. And that's all I'm asking you to do regularly when you watch me.
Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in more Todd's tips, we have a whole slew of them in our playlist called Todd's Tips. We also do listener questions, and we also do numbers. Our numbers video usually comes up right after this. And if you have a topic you'd like us to tackle, Dad and I will sit on the couch and do it for our listener questions. So we'll see you with our numbers segment here in just a minute. So join us for that. Are you dying to see more content like that? Check out the video over here or subscribe over here. Thanks.